But Mega is joining back.
Okay, got it. Okay, it's also live stream. Mega, can you start recording so that we can start the event? Thank you. We are waiting for admin. Admin. We are set. Okay, we are also make co-admin now. Okay, so where do we have recording? All right. Okay, I want to welcome everybody to the Institute of Productivity and Business Information Management, Ipbm, in collaboration with the Intelligence Properties Tribe on this edition of the productivity in the real estate sector or real estate productivity. All right, I've been doing this since last year and been an awesome experience for us. For some of us who have joined before, we've seen a lot of, we've learned a lot of things. We've had, real estate productivity in Lagos. We've checked about that in Abuja. We've seen different dimensions. I can promise you next time I'm going to bring a realtor, a real estate, expert from America. And then I can tell you another time I'm going to be from the UK. I'm going to take it around like that. It's a global institute with a global organization. And what we're looking at is productivity in the sector of the real estate. And I tell you, the real estate sector is booming very well. And it's an opportunity for us to learn as a buyer, as an investor, as a banker, as, real estate, expert or professional in that sector. So I want to welcome us all to this edition, and that's the February edition of the Real Estate Productivity, seminar or workshop or webinar, as you call it. Okay, today we have a special guest. I think he has been here like 2 times, and then he's going to be around today again. He is the chairman, he's the MD, founder, CEO of Intelligence Property in Nigeria. May I welcome to the platform Mr. Olubukola Olugbemiga. Thank you very much. Woo, 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 woo. Can we see your face? All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. So if you have any questions, just drop it at the chat room. Just drop your question in the chat room, and then we can try as much as possible to take your question. It's not going to be an interview, it's going to be interaction. So I'm going to throw to him, we're going to discuss, and I'm sure in our discussion it's going to be very, very productive for you, because for Ipbm, for the Institute of Productivity and Business Management, all we talk about is innovation, productivity, value, and the same value connects with what Intelligent Properties also believe in. So let's start, Mr. Agbenga. What exactly is new? Because I saw that this February edition, we're looking at the new wave. What exactly is new, or what new dimension can we look into as we enter into 2022 in the real estate sector? Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I want to greet you.
And good morning from here.
Sorry.
So go ahead.
My host is talking from US, so good morning to you. Good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are joining us all over the world. We want to thank you for this opportunity to share in this prosperity that we're going to be talking about this evening. I will start by saying that a lot of things have changed, and because of the times that we are, a lot of people are actually looking at real estate as an investment that takes time. So they do a lot of quick scheme investment, and a lot of them get lost, and it's painful that young people are losing a lot, and And that is the strength, because your strength is actually when you are young, and whatever you are able to get, you have to use it wisely. And that's why we are talking about some of the new strategies that, if the old ones are looking like, it's long for you to recoup your money, then there are new ways that which you can also participate. Why, instead of doing some quick schemes, why you can still make a lot from your investments and make good return. So I will start by saying, by saying what Eleanor Roosevelt, once the former American president, once said: real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care. It is about the safest investment in the world. It is about the safest investment in the world. So, that's a summary of what we're going to be talking about, because we need to re-echo that this is an investment that, it might not be yielding today. It might not be yielding the way 6 weeks, because of the COVID, because of the present circumstances and is driving the interest of many, and a lot of people are losing their efforts into it. So, what are the ways that, according to Eleanor Roosevelt, he said it cannot be lost, it cannot be stolen. He said it cannot be carried away. So it's the moment you invest in real estate, that real estate can give you can always meet it. It's like a safe of effort. It's a safe of it's your savings that you have just kept, even though it's not giving you the returns. I immediately I will just quickly talk why we are discussing. I will talk one or two experiences of some of people that have gone ahead, and what it has turned out for them, by buying into that knowledge. And you look at it after 10, 15, 20, 30 years, they are now the biggest in the society. And even when you look at the richest today, you look at Bill Gates, in the last 30 years, it might not look like it, but it takes time. That like Warren Buffett, it takes time. So, but we have some new waves that are helping out in terms of, putting your money also in real estate, which if you don't have the patience, like we say that the Indomie generation, we can, if you don't have the patience, you can actually still make good returns from your investment.
So, Mr. Wega,
So,
thank you.
One of it.
Yeah, thank you for that intro. I know that things are changing. My father was a real estate person, and I understood how hard it was that time to get finances, to get things, get moving around, showing people houses. So let's take it from finance. Let's look at finance. What is the new dimension of funding now? Somebody who doesn't have big money, can he go into real estate? What is the new thing in there?
Yeah. I
know there's something. Okay, good.
I was watching.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah, finance. You don't have you don't have the finance to actually go into real estate. I'll just talk about two opportunities that are there for you that you can unlock. The first one is understanding your net worth. Understanding your net worth. If you realize your net worth, you can actually generate income that can help you to start. When I started, I actually helped to sell a plot. I actually helped to sell a plot for someone, and the surveyor said there are lands there, and he said if you can sell something and you will get. And from the proceeds of what I got, I bought a land, and from there I began to buy more, because already I began to convert some of my friends that want to buy property. I began to help them to solve that problem. Why I'm also increasing. I was not hitting the money. I was actually plowing back the money into their hands, and they were able to sell for me cheaper. I was watching a lady on Instagram, and she sold her latest one of the biggest property, late last year, and that was 1.5 billion. And she lived in affluence today. She lived in affluence, and she said she came in by selling, and today she's living in Lekki. She has his own house and all that. So that is one of the means that you cannot say that you can actually finance your real estate through your through understanding your net worth. If you have built a good network, I tell you the fact that they have a need, and that need, recognize it and help them to solve the problem. And in the process, you have a proceed, and your proceed turns to, you use your proceed wisely, by waiting, because you need to invest not less than, for you to get out of poverty in wealth creation, you need not less than 50% of your investment. We should not be deceiving ourselves by saving 20%, 10%. It won't get you, it won't get us anywhere. We need to sacrifice 50% of any income. It's required to actually, because real estate is actually capital intensive. So whichever way you are starting, you need minimum of 50% and sacrifice that period for you to be able to to make that gain in the future. So the second way is a lot of financing are available, even in Nigeria, that you are able to, if you're able to save a down payment like that, 20%, 30%, a lot of institutions, like some of the websites that we have bungalow, that they are doing financing, you just click, you match the property you want, you match the property you want with the finance. You can actually use the mortgage calculator. You can actually use which is on website. You can actually calculate your strength earlier. It's something that you can go into, check, okay, this is how much I'm earning, and this is how much you can actually input those data and begin to look at what value of property you can access. So initially, you might be able to access a property of 15 million. Then if you are looking, if you are wise, you can actually sign in for that property. You can sign in for that property, because that property, by the time you are saving for another property of 40 million, which is your dream, or 60 million, you've realized that the time you might need like 2 more years to save and to get the down payment for such a property. And in the process, the property you should have bought now, it doesn't matter, even though you are offsetting it, you are trying to resell it and pay off your loan, or your mortgage, you are able to make huge amounts that can give you 40 or 50% of where you are going as a down payment for the next property. So a lot of financing are available these days, and we are also looking into that to create that opportunity for a lot of people in home ownership. And the third one is that can give you quick returns, if that you can look into. A lot of shops are being sold at less than 2, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million in the city center. Shops always give you money, shops, you can look into that. Some people always, we can look into shops. We can look also into mopping, bringing strength together in terms of 3, 4, 5 people, and buying an apartment for short lets. And that is giving that might not look juicy. And why are we talking about short let this time? Short let has some laws that is helping it. Like other than the rent issues, rental properties have in Nigeria, it's has some law that is helping only the tenant, not helping the homeowners. But when it comes to short let, we are talking about it's helping the short let is the law that binds also the what's it called? It's the law that binds the hotel. It's postpaid, it's prepaid rather. You have to pay ahead. So if you are not bringing in any bed or fridge or something, so easily you can be ejected. So it can give you it can give a group, that cash, and you can actually make a lot of income, looking into that. So thank you, sir.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, because I know that in the US here, people can get mortgage. All they need to have is to just get like, probably a 5% or 10% of the total amount, and then they do down payments, and before you know, they can get possession uh, of their house or homes, provided they have credit scores. I don't know how that works. That one is not in Nigeria. Credit scores says that
Yeah.
you have the capacity to pay. All right. So your credit is good. So with that one, you can start to own a house and then pay in bits, just like you're paying something little for a longer time. And then if you have your money, if you have your awesome money, you can break it, can put it back, and then to reduce. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? In Africa, in Nigeria,
Yes.
how can someone take advantage of what is on ground? If that happens in America and people having homes, people don't, you don't need to be a billionaire to have a good home. Or you need to have a good job that can continually pay your bills, and then you have a good credit. In Nigeria, in Africa, what works?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I got the question right. So,
Okay.
So in Nigeria, like I said, this it was a lot of people can access some of the provision made by government initially, and the maximum NHF and the maximum you can access in that is actually 15 million, which probably you might not be able to buy any property except land, and they won't give it to you for buying land. So, but there are now new some financing companies that are online that can even help you get finance for property you want to buy even outside Nigeria. And that's why I mentioned one of the websites, one of the, Bungalow. If you Google Bungalow, it's a place that you can actually check your strengths, just like you said, that if you are capable, because they don't give mortgage to everybody. You can actually build your strengths by knowing it. So you go into there is a calculator. How eligible are you? That's always how eligible, yes. So if you have a down payment, there is a way that enhances the kind of, if you have 30%, 20% down payment, there is a way it enhances the kind of property you can go for. So, but if you have not had a down payment, then you are only having a very good salary. Then you want to log in. When you input your salary, the monthly, and you look at getting a very good interest rate, we don't really have single digit interest rates. So some of our interest rates start from like 14, 15, 17, and all that. You input the interest rate of the ones you can get out of. So then, and looking at the period you are ready to pay for that mortgage. If you are looking at 5 years period, then it's going to be, you might need to pay much within that period, and your mortgage percentage might come down. I mean the interest rate. So but if it is longer, your interest rate might need to go up. As long as so that's why it is always advisable to actually have a down payment. A down payment will enhance that, will save you from. And I think in UK, I was discussing with one of my clients who was trying to get a property by the ocean. So, and they are trying to sell some apartment for £250,000 in Manchester, and it's like £1 million in London. And he told me he's actually is in the city center. So he was looking at it. Okay, let me do away with my detached building, and I'll be able to position the percentage that I needed. So you need to have, they can't give the 250,000 pounds property to someone who does not have something on ground. He must have, he was even telling me that because he's aging, if you are above 60, you cannot get any of those property. You have to pay like 70%, like 60%, 60% as down payment. But if age is on your side, like one of my nephew who bought one and he's just 25, and he was able to put only 20% down payment. But the same property, if someone of 50 or 60 wants to take that property, they will be asking him to drop 60% because they'll be looking at the period it's going to work, and that determines. So age is a key factor in down payment in whatever property assets. As you grow older, it's becoming difficult, much more difficult, not only in Nigeria, not only in UK, also in all over the world, for you to access finance.
You become insurance risk. Your risk for insurance becomes very high. And then they also check if you have any sickness, you have any disease, or if you are going through anything. So that makes your insurance very high, and then it will increase. I get it.
Are we together, sir?
I get it. Yeah, we are together. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think somebody raised hand. Somebody raised hand here.
Okay.
I'm not very sure, so that we can. So if you are raising hand, I want to know where you are raising hand for, and then you can drop your questions. Is it clapping? Is it clapping or raising hand? Okay, just go ahead. All right. So let's look at IT. I know that I was just. In the US. I'm sure. There's nothing in the US that's not in Nigeria. It's a global world. The people are already selling cloud. People are already selling the metaphase, selling, intangible real estate. Yeah, it takes space. It takes when .com came, that's how people are laughing. And then this is another, .com 2.0, where we begin to say, okay, where I have some space in the cloud, though, and it's already happening now. IBM is selling cloud. And then Microsoft Cloud. Sometimes you want to save something on the system, ask you, do you want to save in the cloud? Because you have a particular number of gigabytes in the cloud and all that. Can we look at what is the relevance of IT in the real estate? Let's look at the future of the real estate and technology. Can you give us, how this will play out in the future? I know there's still plenty of land here. We have not exhausted the land here. But are we looking at technology coming in to help us to say, okay, you have land here, you have how, where, what is the mix of technology and real estate today?
Okay, thank you, sir. We all know that Elon Musk is changing the whole way we live in the world. So he's changing even education. He's creating some systems of education that you don't need to know about history, you need to know about a lot of things, that you just need to focus on creativity and all that. So it's, until those things pass the test of time, they gain the public acceptance. So also, because people need to visit the cloud, you need to go to space right now. It's, it's everywhere you can visit. That is a good place. You will want to have something there. There is always it's not just I would say that you want to have a portion as man. You want to have a portion, a cut out, a bite of it. Yeah. Just like we in Nigeria, when they started the Eco-Atlantic, yeah. I knew of some client who discussed with me in Germany. Can you, when I was there, and he told me that, can you help me look for a way to get a bite of like 9 square meters in Eco Atlantic that he just want to be having his Christmas, only his Christmas. So you must have gotten to a level of this. The person I'm talking about has property in UK, in Germany, in Nigeria. So you must have gotten to a level of a level before you can your mind can just search. You know, be it that okay, I want to have a bite of such property in in the space. So so I believe that it's a progression.
Yeah,
but looking at the height, looking at real estate has actually been the brick and mortar set of industry that have.
We are losing you. I can't hear or see you again. But I think we're having network problem there. But I think before Mr. Olukola comes back, I think the metaverse now is a different world, and people are already selling. I don't want us to go in there. Maybe the next time I'll bring a real estate expert will be a metaverse expert who sells land.
Hello, I'm back.
Are you back? Okay, let's go ahead.
Yeah, I'm back. So, like I said, it's a lot of industries have been able to experience IT, fintech. So that's one of the things we are looking at at intelligence property. How we can actually open up this business. How is what to be one of the people that first of all open up this business.
Yes, I get you. I want us. I can't see your face. Oh. Is your video on? Is your video on? I can't see your face. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you, but I cannot see your face. But I'm trying to see. Is your video on?
Like I said, I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yes, the video is on.
Okay, I can see you now. Go ahead.
I will share another internet. I think it's my internet, right?
Okay, yeah, I think it is. Definitely it is. It's yours. Now, okay. I want us to take this to.
I will share.
But it's better now. Finish your thoughts so I can take it to next level of discussion. Finish that thought, please. Finish what you are saying so I can take it to next level. I can't hear you. I can't hear you again. All right. So I think Chama is having a problem with his network there. But one area I want
to change my internet, so we can go ahead, sir.
Okay. So I know that we're going to talk about the meta phase maybe in another meeting, and see what's going on in that phase. But I know Elon Musk and this Virgin Atlantic guy, what's his name? The Virgin guy, what's his name?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson, thank you. Yes, they're also moving us. Thank you very much, Benjamin. They're also moving us to the space, another space, Mars, and they are saying, and people are already saying, can we ban land there? Can we begin to buy land there? It's another discussion for another time. So we have not exhausted the earth. People are already saying, let's go to the Mars, let's go to another part of the world. The place is, the weather, and they are checking the weather. People can also leave the people already buying. I mean, it's a real estate of the future, and we have to think about that as we are moving on. But let me go to technology and what's happening now. I know that because of COVID, people are still restricted with social distance, going to check. Let's go to the site and look at it. But I know some people have also devised a means where they can show you the land or show you the building. I mean, I've seen that before. Maybe I don't know what technology is that. They will show you the rooms, show you everything in a 3D or I don't know, AutoCAD or something. In time of social distance issue through COVID, how were you able to escape this? Or what's the new technology that is being used now in the sector that can help people to see what they want to buy, connect with it, feel it without going there physically? Let me have your thoughts on it.
Oh, great. Thank you, sir. I will first of all say there is a little shift in the customer in the customer behavior after COVID. A lot of people want finished goods now. A lot of people are actually drifting away from land. So and land is not always beautiful to be shown on the internet because most times it's a begging place. Most times it has not had service that is required. So people are drifting. So they are drifting, and when we looked at that, we actually switched, and we decided that okay, we're going to be raising. We decided to be raising apartments, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom apartments. And we were looking because we know that this can actually this is as a result of a lot of discussion with a lot of clients, and we saw that even the young people, they are not interested in consuming their time in development anymore. So they are more focusing on okay, let me get an apartment, let me get something that I can use, So, and older people too, they are looking at age is on their side, facing this task of development, a lot of the risk, the stress. So it's becoming that real estate companies will need to develop properties for people. So it's the times of land banking is actually going into extinction, not because when you are looking at 20% going for what you're doing is not actually the order of the day, And this thing never knew that it's going to be order of the day. I think I met one of the leader in the industry and a pastor, Pastor Matthew Ashimolo, in the last in 2019, one of the real estate gathering. And when we had a chat, he said, focus on apartments. All we just knew that COVID happened and everything. And so then we couldn't realize it, but we could see it now because the essence of short-let apartment is it can serve as your own home. You can decide to live there. And we realized that if you live outside the states, it serves as a place you can come in instead for security reasons and for a lot of policing in the hotel, a lot of rules and regulations. So you are a bit free to live there. So people prefer to stay more in apartments where they can cook, families can gather and shout and make a lot of. So and for a lot of couples that are getting married, they just want to leave home to another place. So they prefer to go to such apartment than to stay in an hotel these days, So we realized that. And when you live like in Port Harcourt, in another city, and you are in a commercial city, you have something to do one way or the other in a commercial city. You have something to do, whether to take a flight or your international flight, and you want to pass a night too or thereabout. You want to have an apartment that you can actually stay for that 1 week period or 2 days period that you can use to sort out some of the things you have in the commercial city. So we found out that it's a win-win for everyone in the society, whether outside the country, whether in the city, so while you are in the city and you have such an apartment too, you are generating funds. So we look at it that even if it is only 100, you are able to generate 100 days. You are able to generate money out of 360 days. it's going to change. It's a game changer for you. So
fantastic. I think our last one of our last speakers in the last time, Madam Ajia Awa, who spoke from US and who's an expert in Abuja in the real estate world, was trying to get something across. He said the virtual tour is very important in time of pandemic. Thank you very much. So talking about virtual tour, yes. But intelligence property, do you do virtual tour?
Yes, we actually even launched a virtual office app. That's an application that can help you. Not only we develop an app for such, but that virtual tour, so that it's a thing that you can actually on your phone, you can actually check some of those locations, because you can actually visit some of the locations you are interested in. And I recall that during the
pandemic,
heat of pandemic, I sold like 3 properties just after during the lockdown in some places. While we are still in lockdown in May, I sold like 3 properties. And those properties, what do? We just got up. Then before our virtual tour came out, we just took advantage of the Google Map. We went into the videos of the Google Map, and then we were able to. My client was actually, which is laptop. My laptop. So I was telling him, okay, search for social location. This is the landmark. Started moving to the street. So this is the location. This is where the property is. And we moved in. We checked everything, and we were able to reach a conclusion. And those properties, I remembered, none of them came to check that property. One was in UK, one was in Paracourt. And the 3 properties sold within that space was sold as a result of the help of Google Map.
All right, great. I'm asking 2 more things and then we'll wrap up. Now, for everyone who is here, I know I have a lot of people who are here who are low-income earners. What can they take and how can they become house owners? Low-income earners, is there any package? Is there anything that they can take advantage of? And how little or what would they need to save? If you also have any idea, you can type. I know you are here. Thank you for coming around. You can also type, what do they need to save? How low can somebody start to work towards becoming a real estate owner? Let me say it that way. Or a house owner or land owner. How little and how can the person start?
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm from the school of starting small. Every life, every great thing starts small. So that's the slogan. So we always believe that you can actually, and it doesn't take time. If you are consistent to grow big, it doesn't take time. It's just being consistent. So we have, like I said, 1-bedroom apartments is a way to start.
How much is that? How much is that?
Yeah, 1-bedroom apartment now in 2 locations, different locations. The one of 10 million, the one of 50 million, depending on the one that is close to the city center. That's Ariko. That's the one of 15 million naira. Now, this kind of property is something that if you are buying property, actually, it's it's a bit difficult to start with property. It doesn't matter how the game of land can be overstretched. It is really one of the way to actually reach property. So lands are sold for like 2 million. We have land property that are of 2 million, less than 1 million naira to start with. Is actually to put your leg in this ownership mentality. That is what it does to your heart. The first time I did that, and I came back home and I looked at my landlord. I said, "Oh, we are both." I said, "We are both owners of properties."
I must say,
and the fear of rent and all that disappear. It disappears. So there's something it does to your system. There's something it does to your esteem. There's something it does to your psyche. to your mind that, and everything, and it will change your approach, even in the business place, even in your office and all that. And you start making good use of your little income, and you start building from there. So in that process, if you have bought a land of like 2 million, and in 3 years I've actually sold a land of 1.5 million, that 3 years later the person sold for 6 million, and having that 6 million, in 15 million property, the down payment is always, most times, is around 2 million or 3 million, even on the Lekki houses. So you have more than 30% to drop for that property, and you can actually stretch, and you can get a finance. You can actually get a finance for the rest. Why? With your income. And one thing that is very key that we must say is that the moment you are doing property, your income changes. Your income continues to increase. You are not the same person. I used to think that, I'm going to sell the properties I used to have to be able to get to where I'm going. But I realized that I keep having more power to be able to not to even touch the ones I've bought. I realized that I keep having more power. So there is a game between it. There is which I cannot really explain, but there is more capacity that is being given, and you are more disciplined. Because you are more disciplined, and you always go towards every financial education that can help you when you are not, unlike when you are not doing property.
Let us look at. I want to just talk about Ajiawa dropped something. Said real estate prices are relative depending on preference and income. What do you want to say about that? How true is that?
Yes.
Depending on the preference and your income.
Yes. That's why your starting you can start. I've seen someone who started owning properties by buying even 2 buildings at a time.
Wow, that's that.
But he had saved, and I will not say that's even actually his first property. Everyone that you meet in GRA actually have had one property before getting to GRA. So, but many people dream to get to GRA one day, but it's not always like that. So like she said, I think she's very right. Based on your your preference should be in relative to your income for now. It does not mean that you will not get to your dream. So one thing I would like to stress at this meeting to this evening, it's first build capacity. Build capacity in real estate. How? Your little fund, turn it, because looking at the prevailing condition of currency we have in the country, it goes down easily. So the only thing that can give you the value of that currency is when you put that money in property. Property can give you the value, the initial value, and also give you more profits by the time you are giving it out. So don't always allow much of the cash you have to stay in Naira or in bank. Always look for property you can turn it into. So it's a dream. So in the process, like I said, there are shops that are sold for 2 million. There are shops that are sold for 4 million. There are lands that are sold for 2 million, 1 million. So it's not only land that are sold at a lower rates also. And those properties, apart from renting it out, even the shops, apart from renting those shops out, you are also able to, by the time you want to let it go, it cannot be the same price. It cannot be the same value, because over time, the rent, as long as the rent is going up, the value of that property has gone up. And you can actually, so I will stress that the first thing I always believe that we should do is to actually build capacity. Use real estate to build capacity. Don't just use real estate to say, use it to build financial capacity. If you are looking for anything to build financial capacity, it's real estate. I'm telling you, it's real estate. So do the one you can at a time, and you just find out that your level is changing yearly. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you on the wrap. So I am trying to do a rector, because you cannot even practice in America. We don't have a rector certification. It's not like Africa, everybody can jump into it. And then one of the things I found out is you can buy, for those who are in Nigeria, you can buy houses here or buy properties here, rent them out, make money in dollars while you are staying in your country, in Nigeria. So it's a big investment. Nobody, I mean, there's a way you can buy properties here. You don't need to even need to go to the airport. All you need to do is to get the right people, get properties here, and you can earn hard currency. They will be paying you rent. And then all you need to do, if you don't have international, bank, is just to have a what do you call it? What do you call that account? Apart from your local account, is to have
the mortgage account.
Mortgage account. No, I'm talking about the dollar account.
DOM account.
Yeah. DOM.
What is it? DOM account. Thank you, DOM account. So opportunities are every. And then I had a friend of mine who has a house, a building in UK. Yeah, so they did virtual whatever. I'm sure that could be 419, but I'm saying if you get the right people, you can have international products building all over the places, paying you rent. So but I think Awa is saying something. I just want something to just have some feedback. Awa, and I saw Pastor David, Pastor D. I saw you here. I know there are real estate experts hanging around here. If you have anything to say, you can just raise your hand as we wrap up. Awa, the floor is open. Can I just say a few things? You want to say something? I know you are also thank you, say correct. You want to say something, Ajiawa, before we wrap up? Pastor
yes,
David.
Good evening from the US here, and good morning from the US, and good evening to you people over there. Good afternoon. Yes, I was very excited to be a part of this thing, because this is my field, this is my specialty. Anything that has to do with real estate excites me a lot. And well done, Bukola Olubenga. You nailed it. Thumbs up to you. Yes, when you talked about you can buy properties here in the US and also in the UK and earn in dollars or in pounds, you're very correct, because that is one aspect that recently I've been looking into. Then apart from that, you can also do what is called flip. There are lots of dilapidated houses here in the US. You can buy for very little amount, fix it very well, and sell it and make double or triple the profit. So that's just where I want to come in. Maybe we'll do another Zoom meeting for this some other time.
The next will be on US market. Don't worry. The next will be US real estate market. So I think I take advantage of it. Thank you very much. Because we have to wrap up now. Mr. Wenga, any properties that people can buy, we always give this opportunity for our guests anytime we do this. Anything that is new. Okay, David. Okay, hold on. Pastor David.
Sir.
Okay, I saw you. I said, okay, maybe you want to share some thoughts. I know you are always everywhere.
No. I just came here to learn.
Okay, good.
But if I have any thought to share, to be when you are talking about the metaverse, not necessarily the metaverse. I mean, real property on the blockchain. Basically, that is my place of interest now. A lot of research is going on. We are developing some products along that line to be able to serve that. It's coming, and it's coming very huge. So the challenge is if you're going to be there on time or not. Whether people are going to buy into it, that is not the question anymore. So that's basically the area I will adopt, where we can now have tokenized properties or plan sales, and everybody can have a token share of a property. Then when it is sold, you get return. And before then, if the token increases in value, you can have it. So basically, that's my area of exploration now.
Fantastic. Thank you. We're going to do another edition, full edition on the metaverse, and I'm going to try to get experts in that area, either in the UK or US here, to take us in that world too. And then I also going to see how we can explore investment in real estate in other parts of the world apart from Africa, so that people from Africa can also take advantage of it. All right, Mr. Benga, a quick wrap. What is going on in intelligence property? What are you selling? Which one is hot? Hot one.
We are trying to
1 minute advert. 1 minute advert.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunities. Yeah, we're trying to open what we call Airbnb City. So it's an estate. It's actually a terrible, and all what we are selling there is 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom apartment. And if you buy a floor, you are able to get a 1 bedroom apartment for free if you buy a floor, and that floor consists of just 2 units of 2 bedroom and 4 units of 1 bedroom apartment. So if you are buying a floor, you are getting 1 bedroom apartment for free. So that is what we have for now.
Awesome. Do you want to tell us the price so that we can be putting our money together for those who are listening?
Yes, for the we have the 2 bedroom 20 million. We have the 1 bedroom 15 million.
So do you want to drop number there so that everybody wants to contact you? I know Awa will do another edition for the US market. Awa will talk about that one, but I think we need to go now. I want to say thank you very much, everybody, for coming around. If you have any question, you can always reach us at the Institute. And I'm also calling everybody who is innovative and productive. We want to be a productive and innovative director to join us at the Institute of Productivity and Business Management, Ipbm. Ipbm is known for innovation and productivity. So I want you to connect with us on all our social media platforms. And then if you have me anyway, my name is Remi Dairo. I'm the president of Ipbm, and you can always connect with me and I can take you to where we are going to. So thank you very much. Do have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning for anywhere you join us from. Au revoir. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. On mute.
So I dropped the mail and the number at the chat group.
Fantastic. So you can mute your mic and say thank you to Mr. Benga. Thank you to everybody who have contributed.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Benga.
I see you, Mr. Victor. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Good, thank you.
So let's make it another time.
Hey, man, thank you.
Another market. Thank you.
you.